going into the fourth quarter here. Well, I'm going to try and get you dialed in today with our It Depends set the back to school update here. So we're going to talk about two different things that are happening, the economic indicators, as well as we're going to look at the different styles of homes and how they're performing. So I'm sure you've heard today that the Bank of Canada chose not to raise interest rates. So that could be a positive thing, but it may actually bring some of the buyers that had left back into the pool here, so yet to be determined. But if you haven't locked in a rate, that's good news for you. So what else is happening here? Well, we can talk about the labor force. Our unemployment levels are down about 0.5% right now. Really positive. Lots of jobs are happening both in the private as well as the government, in private and public sector. What that's doing is that's bringing in migration for two reasons. Obviously for the jobs, and second, because you're looking at people at provinces like Alberta, Ontario, and BC, and the prices there are just, way higher, and they haven't subsided yet. So Alberta is attractive on all fronts for both jobs and affordability. Next thing that's doing is that's bringing the rental market, it's increasing. Prices are up about 17% over last year. So that's really strong, and that's also causing investors to come in. So we still have a lot of investors, not so much on pre-sale construction, but on a lot of resale that's happening right now. And that's definitely, all of these things here are causing a downward trend on supply. Not that it hasn't. Over the last couple of years, we've just been historically low. Whether people weren't moving then, but are moving now, either way, we just don't seem to have enough supply. So what's going on in our four different styles of housing? Well, if you look at single family right now, it's winning for a couple of reasons. With a benchmark price of just about $700,000, our inventory levels are down about 40%, with our months of supply down about almost 32%. Just over under 1.4 months of supply there. You've got your move-up buyers as well as migrant purchasers that are coming in. Alberta is, as I mentioned, really attractive. So stuff that's under $1 million is very attractive. The winner on all style housing has been for the last couple of years is row houses, aka townhomes, with similar inventory levels being down about 40% there, but your months of supply sitting well under 1 month at 0.85 months of supply there, with our benchmark price up almost 16% year over year. Semi-attached also performing well. Again, inventory levels down 35%. Months of supply just over 1.1 months of supply, with a benchmark price of $623,000. And rounding out, talking about apartments, a couple of years ago we were saying that apartments were basically the dog's breakfast. Nobody wanted them. They had hit a point. They were down 30% at one point. Well, that's all changed now. They're not back to historic highs yet, but due to affordability and lifestyle, we are seeing the inventory levels have been swallowed up, down about 31% year over year, with our months of supply just over 1 month, and our benchmark price up about 14% at $300 and almost $10,000. So that's kind of what's going on with Calgary. If you really want to get dialed in and want to know what's going on in your community, your style of housing, what you could afford, give us a call, 403-809-3523. Cheers.